Hey YouTube, it's AJ. I know I haven't made a video in a while. I've just been busy. I got a job. I know I was on my, I'm trying to stay at home and not really work kick, but I have been working since last September. I ended up, my car that I got needed some work done, and it was just a ridiculous amount of money. That turned out to be a bad decision. Turns out I was not ready for a Mercedes at all. I can't afford it, and I need to be realistic about that. So it was like $1,700 to get it fixed or whatever, and I kept putting this car in the repair shop, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. So I got a temp job to pay for it, because my job at the time, I just needed something extra. And I was doing like taxes seasonally, so it was like rarely during the summer or the winter months I would work, and I really enjoyed that schedule, but I just needed some more income. So I got this temp job that I really liked, and I'm like, man, I hope this company hires me. And I ended up, what happened? My boss doing taxes, and I had prayed because I wanted a job. I decided that I did want to go back to work because there were some things that I wanted to do. I needed to build up my savings more, and I would like to own my own business. I just wanted some money, and I didn't want to ask my husband for it. I wanted some of my own money. I didn't want to ask my husband or my dad. Yeah, so what happened was, this was great. Like, I was really working on my relationship with God, and I was praying, and I just felt like I was doing what I needed to do. And my prayers started getting answered, like back to back to back. Some great things happened to me. So I wanted this job where I was working at a temp agency. And so the lady that I was filling in for, she was sick, and I prayed, and I'm like, God, everybody really seemed to like her, and she was doing a really good job. Like, I really like working here, and I would like this job. But if I take it away from her and it causes her some financial stress, or it ends up being a bad thing for her, then I don't want it like that. So that was my prayer. But I told God exactly the kind of job I wanted. I told him what I needed, or what I felt like I needed in my life, what would work with my schedule and my child's schedule and my husband's schedule. I told him what I wanted to be paid. Like, I told him the exact salary that I wanted to be paid, and I ended up getting a job for a little bit over that. And everything is great. I told him the atmosphere I wanted to work in. I told him the workload that I wanted, like everything. And that's exactly what I have right now. So this is what happened. This was in December, so the end of my term at the temp job came up, and I was just like, oh wow, okay. So tax season was starting again, so my boss there kept asking me, like, what is going on? Where are you? Like, why aren't you coming in here? And I'm like, I'm temping because I wanted to get my car fixed, and I wouldn't say I was just stringing him along, but the temp job was paying me more at that time because it wasn't tax season yet. Like, tax season, you kind of get lump sums of money, but like throughout the year it's a little bit more sprinkled. So you kind of have to balance it out. What was I talking about? Yeah, so in December, this is when this was January that my breakthrough came. I swear, when God opens doors, like, man, it didn't just rain, it poured on me. Like, I come to work, so my boss offers me a promotion, and then a day after that I get a job offer. The agency that I had went through, the temp agency that I went through, they told me about the job that I have now, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. So I went on an interview for that, and they offered me a position. They told me how much it would make and what the environment was, and it was just what I wanted. But then the job that I had been temping at, that I thought I really wanted, but turned out I didn't, because there were some people there. You know how you can foresee a problem with somebody? Well, it was one of those situations. So the human resources lady there called me and was just like, hey, I'm sorry it took so long to get back to me, but everybody really likes you, and we want you to come in. for an interview, and I'm like, I just worked with you for 4 months and you want me to come in for an interview? I kind of felt insulted. Like, you should know my work ethic by now. You should know what I could do by now. So that was one reason I didn't take that job. But the other reason was I wouldn't be working under who I was working under when I was temping. And the guy that they wanted me to work under at that time, he had a reputation for just kind of being a jerk. And so I didn't want that. I didn't want that type of environment. I like autonomy in my work environment. I like that a lot. I value that. If you tell me what I need to do, I'm going to get it done. It's going to be done. It's going to be done well. And that's it. I don't want you coming to me 4 and 5 times a day, nitpicking everything I do. I don't like that. I like peace and quiet at my job. Like, the ideal job for me, if I had a job that I would really like, it would be to be a librarian. I like peace and quiet at my job. I have kids, so when I come home, there's talking and there's TVs or there's video games. It's noise. When I go to work, I want peace and quiet. And normally I guess you should have that at your job. But when I say peace and quiet, I mean, I don't really want anybody talking to me too much at work. I don't want those. I don't like group environments where I have to work on a team. No. I like things I can work on individually. So the job that I have now is like that. I came in on the interview and they're like, there are only a few of us in the office and nobody's really going to talk to you all day. Like, are you okay with that? Are you okay with being alone? And I'm like, I'm an only child. Are you serious? That is my dream environment. So, yeah, everything worked out. God truly blessed me with the job. I got a lot to tell you. I'm going to make another video about some other stuff. But, so that's where I've been. I've just been at work and hanging out with my wives groups. I'll do a video about my wives groups and my hair. My edges, these edges fell out about 4 more times since I made my edges video. And I have grown them back. That's another video. All right.